Catholic Church and Jewish churches, and hello Korea, China, Japan, Asia, European countries, friendly countries around the world. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. The royal protocol of my identities in the media. It says I'm the only child of my mother and father forever. No other person coming along at any time ever trying to claim that they thought they were a long-lost child or they thought they were some illegitimate child of my mother and father. No, I'm the only child. My mother and father and I flew to different countries when I was a little boy and even announced not dictators, but announced to governments of other countries and delegates of other countries and court systems of other countries that I was the only child of my mother and father forever. So in reference to these people, there's some woman trying to claim that she thought she's in the CIA or FBI too, whoever this lady is. She's one of the satellite controllers. She tries to claim to be the adopted daughter of my mother. My mother could not adopt anybody. My father could not adopt anybody either. There's bloodline history and facts of law in reference to bloodlines. People with rich bloodlines or royal bloodlines are not allowed to adopt nobody. My mother did not adopt this female, whoever she is in the satellite control room, whoever this lady is. She's one of the people that's in the CIA or the FBI. She's either German or German Middle Eastern or something. And she has fabricated and lied, and they have intentionally misused documents of my identity and my mother and father's identity as their way of forging documents to try to steal my mother and father's estates from me. There's a lot of celebrities that knew my mother and father, a lot of business people that knew my mother and father, people of the United Nations and other countries that knew my mother and father. And this woman is one of these people in the satellite control room that keeps making up lies, trying to claim that she thought she was the adopted daughter of my mother. My mother could not adopt anybody. My father could not adopt anybody either. And that satellite controller that has damaged my teeth, that satellite controller must get arrested. And that lady must get arrested for fabricating that she was an adopted child of my mother. My mother could not adopt anybody. I'm the only child of my mother and father. And that man that claimed he thought he was a long-lost child or something of my father. No. My mother and father and I traveled around the world to different countries, met with different delegates and different individuals of, countries when I was a little boy and when I was younger. And my parents announced it to them that I'm the only child of my mother and father. And there are documents. There were all protocols in other countries too. And my identity and my birth name is on that document. And there is no other child on that document. And there won't ever be. So the CIA trying to use Treasury documents and Supreme Court documents and international documents as their way of trying to forge documents to try to put their name on my mother and father's family tree. That is illegal. Their race of these people that are trying to do these things must get arrested, whoever the individuals are. I'm not a relative of these people. These people are watching on me, burning on me. They're watching me, burning me all the time, trying to criticize everything that I do. I don't do nothing criminal. These people are burning on me. Every time I go to a store, that satellite man stares at me and tries to burn on me and tries to call me a criminal. Look at the picture of the person this man has tried to confuse me with. We need that man in court. And we need all the pictures of who this man was trying to confuse me with. And all the different performances and entertainment career acknowledgments of which I have performed in movies and TV shows and singing and dancing. They're all documented and they're all copyrighted. So this woman and her conspirators, whoever these men are in the satellite control rooms, those people must be ordered into court. They're trying to fool friends of my parents. They're trying to fool countries of people that have known me and people that know other people that know people that have been in the entertainment industry and business, and these people in Wall Street. How you guys doing? And these people are trying to make up lies to fool people, to fool Americans, and to fool other countries is what these people are trying to do with their lies. Those people must be ordered into court. And those people should get arrested for their lies. The Royal Protocol's in the media. It's my birth certificate. And it's supposed to be there forever. And the satellite controller's still hitting me in the teeth on that side, and they're hitting me on this side too. It's physical assault. It's assault and battery. It's attempted murder. It's mutilation crimes. And don't forget, these people are trying to forge documents to make up lies. And the deeds records and the deeds department needs to arrest these people making up their lies. See, the deeds department has to follow things by the books, too. So no matter what person is in those offices, or in certain offices of the Supreme Court or the Treasury, and hello, European Royal Monarch acknowledgements, how you guys doing? And Windsor Castle, and Castle of Versailles, and castles in Italy, and friendly countries, many things of importance. The satellite controllers that are doing these things, they're trying to fool the world, whoever they are. They're trying to pull off the crime of the century is what these thieves are trying to do. They tried to steal my identity. They tried to steal my accomplishments. They tried to make up consistent confusion. You know, I've been at this little house for, a few years. And they've held me hostage with their satellites. And it's very important that somebody does a YouTube video in reference to the way these people have held me hostage. Like maybe somebody can do a reenactment. And the way they're stealing the postal mail. Maybe somebody can make a YouTube video of a reenactment of how they're stealing the postal mail. How they stole property keys that, some of the realty offices tried to send to me. Or in reference to, Beverly Hills is a private neighborhood. And don't forget, I got kidnapped from Beverly Hills, back in the 80s and in the 90s. From my mother and father's mansion. I even got kidnapped from the studios when I was little too. And from some other places. And they know these CIA and FBI people was trying to do these things. And in reference to this psycho man, this is America. It's a first world country, Men got different sized penises, whatever. And, these people are trying to play these tricks. Where this man is trying to claim that he thought he was the penis regulator. He thought he could steal other people's penises and attach them to his body like he was Frankenstein or something. No, that's not how things work. Anybody that stole any of my penis must be prosecuted and arrested. This man is trying to steal other people's penises to claim that he was a dominant person or something. My penis came from my mother and father's genetics. So in reference to this man trying to play his illegal regulatory game, claiming he thought somebody's penis was too big. My penis ain't never killed no girl. My penis has never sent no girl to the hospital. Any girl I've ever had sex with, they always say I'm very gentle. And I only date certain races of females. So in reference to this government faggot man and his games of trying to control my life, that man must get arrested. I'm not your child, government man. My penis came from my mother and father's DNA. I'm the child of my mother and father. I'm the DNA of my mother and father. So in reference to this government man and his activity of trying to play his game of dominance, tucking the penis, trying to steal my penis. I always wear baggy pants. You can't ever see my penis when I'm wearing clothes. No. And you ain't got no right tucking my penis trying to make yourself feel like a big man. I don't go out very often. Just when I've worked at places or when I go to the store. And I don't go to other people's houses and basic information. So that's, that's why governors and mayors know I need to travel to a new house. One of my mother or father's mansions, or a mansion near or close to one of my mother and father's mansions. Just in case there's other types of controversy going on, maybe there's somebody on the property or whatever. Because I don't know what's going on, because I haven't received any information. But in reference to all 50 states, or all 49 states other than Indiana, I need to travel to another city, or 48, because I don't go to Kentucky. I just don't go to Kentucky either. But in reference to the history of situations, governors and mayors know I need to move to my mother and father's mansions. I never moved out of any of my mother or father's mansions. I got kidnapped from my mother and father's estates. I'm the owner forever. Now, in reference to quick situations, I need a new place to travel to, another city and state. I own my mother and father's mansions in every location where my parents had mansions. I own my grandparents' mansions too. So in reference to these people playing this game of blocking me, who are they? We need somebody to make a YouTube video that knows a lot of information about these individuals and the kind of stupid shit that they've tried to demand. My parents got murdered and my parents was frozen after that. I'm the owner of the estates. Any person trying to ask for anything from the estates other than me is supposed to be arrested. Any of these people trying to ask for anything, it's extortion. And they're probably tied in with the murder of my parents. That's why, that's one of the reasons why that royal protocol is there too. Because anybody trying to ask for anything from my mother and father's estates or from my accomplishments or any businesses that I'm the owner of, those people need to go to court. I'm the owner forever. And anybody trying to steal my accomplishments of my entertainment career, they're choking me right now. The activity of these people doing these things, it is attempted murder. I need to be at my mother and father's mansions or at a new mansion. And hello, in reference to, realty offices, I need some information. And hello, Governor Michigan and other governors and mayors of other cities and states. Hello, Chicago, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, and Vegas, and Texas, and other friendly cities, and across the country, friendly acknowledgments of friendly governors and mayors, and treasury offices. This is very important in reference to the history of the situation. But some people say, oh, this man's trying to say he got a bigger dick. So the man claimed he had a bigger dick than me, bigger penis than me, and he was trying to steal my penis. Then this man was trying to say, he tried to communicate shit saying like, oh, he didn't think you knew how to use your penis, or he wanted to regulate your penis. That man's a fag. That man's a pervert. That man's a child molester. That man's a sperm thief trying to control my life. The man's trying to tuck my penis all the time. Who are you? Who are you? My father had a big penis. My grandparents had big penises. My grandfathers did. So who are you? I'm not your race. I'm not your DNA. And you ain't got no right trying to make me feel small. Because you think you were a bigger man than my father? You thought you were a richer man than my father? You thought you were a richer man than my mother? My mother was richer than any man in this country, wasn't she? Besides my father. Look up the information. Wasn't my mother richer than any other man in this country? Besides my father? Huh? That needs to be on YouTube videos too. So in reference to this man, people say, well, what's the big deal about penis and blah, blah, blah. That's what a lot of people say. But this man's trying to play control games, trying to make his fabrications of making up lies about penises. Then he even had psycho females that fabricated that they dated me. I don't even date their race. These German Middle Easterners or whoever they are. So in reference to this man trying to play his tricks, the man needs to get prosecuted for tucking the penis. And they tried to tuck the penis to hide that they tried to steal from my penis. They tried to steal from my penis length and size and the girth of it. These government people need to go to court. The satellite man has tried to steal my penis, or they stole from my penis. The satellite man has been damaging my face and teeth. And you're violating the Catholic religion and the Jewish religion. The Vatican never had a problem with me having a big penis when I was born. They were proud of who I am. They were proud of the friendly history of my mother and father in the Vatican and the Jewish synagogues. So who are you, government man? And hello, China and Japan and Korea and other friendly countries. They never had a problem with me having a big penis. This is my natural birthright, man. Obviously, somebody needs to arrest you, government man, because you seem to have a major problem with other men's sons having big penises. I was born with a big penis. My father had a big penis. My grandfathers had big penises. So in reference to your activities, are you trying to regulate? And I don't date just any kind of female. I only date certain types of females, and I only date females that don't have a problem with me having a big penis. I won't ever date a girl that ever complains about my big penis. Not never. So if a girl ever complained about my big penis, and then you find out that they stole sperm, well, that's another court case, isn't it? So in reference to these people, I don't go to people's houses. I don't hang out at people's places generally. I mean, there's celebrities and entertainers that have known me since I was a little boy, and, they lived in Beverly Hills or in certain friendly neighborhoods or whatever, but generally I always stayed at my mother and father's mansions. So in reference to these men they got this psychological problem about other people's penises, because their people are trying to steal penises and they're trying to attach other people's penises to their body. That's illegal, man. I mean, somebody might make a joke out of you saying, oh man, I wouldn't fuck her with your dick. Well, matter of fact, you're not even fucking her with your own dick. You stole somebody else's dick, didn't you, government man? That's what you're trying to do, isn't it? Somebody should be laughing at you people for your freaky, stupid shit. I'm the child of my mother and father and school teachers and hello, Colorado and Beverly Hills and other schools in New York and hello, Juilliard and Beverly Hills Playhouse. This penis issue has become an issue because people was trying to steal my penis. And my penis naturally hung down to the floor. Longer than my legs. And I was born that way. So in reference to these people trying to play their tricks, this man trying to play God complex, trying to steal penises, that man needs to get arrested. There's other men out there with 20 or 30-inch dicks too. Or maybe even more. This psycho man's a faggot. This psycho man's tried to steal my penis, and he's trying to steal my mother and father's estates. So in reference to the government man and his tricks, and the protection of male gender protection from other men and their hate crimes and their jealousy, this is a very important video, and so are the other videos. Reference to male sexuality, heterosexual protection from dirty gay pedophiles and dirty gay child molesters and pedophiliacs and predators that are trying to steal my penis. They're choking me again. So in reference to that satellite man violating my penis, that man needs to go on TV. In other countries, they'll talk about penises or whatever. Well, this is a very important issue in reference to these men are probably the men that murdered my father. My father had a big penis. My father didn't date any of these people or their race. My father was with my mother all the time. So in reference to these men making up lies, and they tried to falsify fake relations. My father never cheated on my mother, and my mother never cheated on my father either. And these people thought they'd make up lies because they said, oh, billionaire playboy. That just means adventurous. That doesn't mean my father was involved with many women. My father wasn't involved with many women. My father was only with my mother. And that's documented. And my mother was only with my father when my father was alive. And that's documented too. So you need to go on TV or you need to go on YouTube, government man. You think if somebody's got a bigger penis than yours and they're a different race or religion than you thought you'd be able to tuck penises, or you thought you'd steal from somebody else's penis? You need to get arrested. And in reference to my penis and what it is and what it's supposed to be, not supposed to ever get shorter either. It's always supposed to get longer. So in reference to the government man trying to play tricks, the government man needs to get arrested. So that man wants to talk about penis sizes. Yeah. A lot of women know what guys are, or a lot of guys that have big penises. Some things about penises are more important than just sex, man. My penis is part of my identity. And you wanted to steal my penis because you wanted to try to confuse me with one of your conspirators or one of your criminals. My penis has been documented my whole life, man. My identity's been documented my whole life. And for your government people to try to confuse who I am and who my parents are, you need to get arrested. You need to get prosecuted. My identity's been documented every single day in the media. It has been since I was born. So for you to try to think you thought I was one of your polygamous children, you need to get arrested, man. Royal Protocol is my identity, not any other child's identity, not anybody else's identity. It's my identity and who I am and who my parents are and my grandparents. And you need to go to court, government man. And in reference to this man, somebody needs to go on TV and talk about penis sizes. Private video or, adult-oriented, videos and information. I don't care if somebody had a 10-foot long penis. Good for them. My penis is my penis. And you didn't have a right stealing none of it. And you don't have a right tucking it either. And then somebody will say, well, they thought you being out in public. Oh, really? This looks like they're burning my face and teeth. And they've been burning my crotch, too. You don't have a right, man. I'm not your child. I don't date married women. I don't date your race or your religion. And you are a pervert. And you need to get arrested for trying to control my life and holding me hostage because you wanted to act like a person making yourself popular. That's not how popularity works, man. Holding a person hostage, trying to steal their penis, stealing their sperm and blood and injuring them, government man. Who do you think you are? In reference to my mother and father's mansions, there needs to be videos of YouTube, whether somebody's standing outside the gate, maybe an appointed governor or mayor could send some of their personal assistants over to, out in front of the gate of the house and make a video. The more videos, the better. The more people that make videos outside the house or whichever, don't go inside the houses if they're, not tourist oriented houses, A lot of them are not. So in reference to the information of my mother and father's mansions, I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. And hello, Lake Tahoe. Somebody communicated. I don't have the keys. Somebody communicated before that they said that Lake Tahoe had tried to deliver the keys like 5 times. And somebody has communicated about the Portobello Mansion and California. I don't have the keys to that either. Yeah, but somebody had said that, Lake Tahoe had tried to deliver the keys like 5 or 6 times or something. And they handed the keys to somebody, and these people stole the keys every time. And in reference to the Portobello Mansion, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Nothing's ever for sale. I never signed, never gave, never sold, never. Not ever going to. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates and everything forever. In reference to my mother and father and my grandparents. So in reference to people trying to play tricks, people need to go into court, man. And, governors and mayors, if you want to make a little history of yourself outside, along with the situation of politics, because, the people that are trying to steal from me are dirty government. The people that are doing this are dirty government, dirty branches of government, terrorist cells of dirty government in America. They're terrorists. So these people that are trying to steal everything are violating Treasury copywritten documents and Supreme Court ruling documents. And there's even a record of the Supreme Court of my mother and father giving me the estates when I was little. And my mother and father was working as executives of the companies. And the Royal Protocol is my identity. It's a birth certificate of my identity. And all the news networks know it. And radio stations, they probably know it too. And a lot of the newspapers, like the LA Times and the New York Times and the USA Today newspaper knows it too. Nothing's ever for sale. I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies and everything forever. So in reference to the situation, people need to make YouTube videos. They're censoring things. I haven't been able to find anything of any information of any governors or mayors making any videos saying hello to me. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever. So, I'm supposed to be in the public media of a lot of things. In reference to some particular friendly acknowledgments of things. And in reference to my penis is my penis. This man holding me hostage trying to steal inches of my penis, that man must get arrested. My mother and father didn't want nobody stealing from my penis. I don't want nobody stealing from my penis. So it looks like you're going to lose. No matter what, government man. My penis is my penis. And these men are trying to steal my trust funds. They're trying to steal my mother and father's accounts that they had set up for me. And the Royal Protocol in the media is a prenup of anything and everything. A prenup in reference to friendships, which means if I'm friends with somebody, I don't have to pay them nothing. I don't have to, I don't have to do things for them. Friendship is friendship and basic information. I mean, general friendly things, But, these people trying to play these tricks where they tried to steal my mother and father's estates, and these people have tried to bribe people. That's illegal. What they have tried to do. And those people need to go into court. Where they've tried to steal my identity and they tried to steal my mother and father's estates. And these people was trying to hold me hostage for numerous years because they thought they'd get away with saying, well, they thought they were near your mother and father's property more than you. Now, I lived on my mother and father's property with my mother and father. So in reference to anybody else trying to make up shit, I'm the only child of my mother and father. I'm the only child my mother and father ever claimed. And my parents wrote on documents that they had no other child. I am the only child. And the Royal Protocol states that information forever.